Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, we have my co-host, Kelly, who is right here. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah, hi.
Great. Now, our guest today is Psychic Leslie Weems. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. This is an interesting story because you said that usually it's hereditary, but in this case you said that you were the only one that had it, whereas other in your family that had it, and you were in corporate life, and you just sort of you were suppressing it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. And, I guess I started having experiences when I was probably 4 years old. And I remember going to my grandparents' house, and they lived in West Texas, and we would hunt for arrowheads. And I'll never forget looking up on what seemed a mountain in West Texas, but a really large hill, and there was an Indian chief that was there. And I remember that, and then I had a couple of other instances, but I kind of stuffed them. And I had, when I was in my younger ages, I think because just my childhood, lots of drama, in my childhood. And then I was very type A personality, so I was very driven as far as business. I used to be kind of an entrepreneur. I would always try to invent things as a kid. I was always kind of what I have found now as an adult, my strongest sense is knowing. So I would see things in the future, like technology specifically, 20 years in advance, and I never really understood it. But I basically got in the technology space early on and followed it in the corporate world. I moved up. I was with General Electric and Toshiba, Dell, as a senior leader for a lot of years. And then it seems like all of a sudden, probably about 7 to 10 years ago, things started. I mean, I'd always been psychic, and I'd always toyed around with, reading cards, and I would see spirit, to like a winery, and I would see spirits walking through walls and things of that nature. And I guess it was my partner started pushing me and challenging me to do more with it. And at that same time, the more I got into this spirituality and accepting my gifts, I think a lot of it was a lot of people that have these abilities, they stuff it and then they get sick because they don't allow themselves to deal with it or to hear spirit. And so I guess once I started realizing that, that's kind of what I was doing. Like Teresa Caputo is the same thing. She would have lots of anxieties, and until she started embracing what was really going on with her. And that's the same with me. I think the more I started coming to terms with it, my corporate life it was like kind of swimming against the universal current. Like somebody was trying to tell me that I was in the wrong place. So I started getting more into this. Sure.
I have a question. Because this has to do with, and I'm sure my co-host Kelly can explain it, or maybe she has something that sort of relates to this. Kelly, for a long time, when I first brought you on board, she knew about my show, but she was sort of hesitant to say anything. Sorry about the coughing. Because I think she had a lot of feelings that she sort of hid herself, kept to herself, and I think when I brought her on, it was sort of enlightening for her. She got to let everything out. Now, am I describing that in the right wording, Kelly? Can you jump in and tell me what you think?
Yeah, I can identify, if I understood you correctly, Leslie, with once you realized you had the gift but you weren't using it, you started to get sick and things weren't going right. Is that what you said?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, gosh. I've had that for a while. And then all of a sudden now I'm using it, and it's like, whoop, things are, rapidly getting better. I have a lot more clarity than I ever thought I could. And more energy than I know what to do with sometimes. But it's, when I was trying to suppress it, it was just like everything that could possibly go wrong, one after another. Sick all the time, it seemed like. And, I mean, now it's like, it feels like I'm in the flow. And it's really like night and day. And people that, know me, they're like, like my dad has said more than once. He said, wow, where's Kelly? What'd you do with my daughter? Because I'm surprising him in good ways. So
now,
that's
Kelly,
awesome.
not to jump in, Kelly, but has that been since the show or since you started doing the chakra cleanse?
Well, both. Mostly since I started doing the show, because I was using
well,
more
that's
and
good
more.
to hear. But go back to what you're saying. I didn't mean to jump in.
Yeah, it's something where, once I committed to it, and I committed to developing it, and not fighting it anymore. It's just like, everything is so clear. And, there was so much confusion, and it was muddy, and it felt like I was being pulled in different directions. Now it's like I can make decisions and stick by them. I know myself, and that's huge.
Well, I would say that is true about you, Kelly, though. But I would say in the past, recently, you have gone through a lot. I mean, you might be able to say it in the better words than I can. But I mean, I've seen her. Does that make sense, Kelly?
Yeah, I would say in the course of about a year and a half, I've had about every crappy thing you can think of happen. I mean, it's like, job stuff wasn't going so well, and I ended up getting in a go-kart accident of all things and breaking my foot. And then that was in like late summer, early fall of 2017. Then in 2018, I suffered a miscarriage, followed immediately by a couple of car accidents, one of which I was a passenger. Wow. And we were hit by a semi, and the emergency workers had no idea how we would arrive. And, then the miscarriage just kept going and going. And then finally that ended, and then I was getting back on my feet. I got a job, and I slipped and fell. And it's just like,
oh my gosh,
yeah, and it gave me a closed head injury, and it just exacerbated all the accident stuff. And now I'm on the right track, but it's been so hard. And and I think I just finally had gotten the attitude of like, all right, fine, I'm not gonna fight this anymore, fine.
They have a way of doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm
definitely.
Yeah, it's like, all right, what do you want me to do? I'm paying attention now. I've tried everything else. So,
what are your spiritual gifts, Kelly? Do you have? What do you claim at this point?
As far as I know, I'm really good with intuitive things. Like if I'm doing chakra cleansing for someone, I can pick up on how their body's doing in those areas and how their mind is going, how the mind, body, and spirit, like if they've had past traumas that are lodged somewhere, or I'll get something like it'll tell me, oh, have you been having stomach problems? Well, yeah, I get indigestion. Well, you probably want to get that checked out at a doctor. That kind of thing.
Right.
And, yeah, I have also, I've had out-of-body experiences off and on, and done remote viewing sometimes. I mean, I have to be in a real trance state. And I've been able to connect with the non-living, and these were things after a few near-death experiences that things became more in tuned, but
right.
I was still not fully using them. But I knew when I was a kid that I was picking up on the emotions and mannerisms and everything of the people around me, and I could tell things about them that nobody would know, and then it would be verified. So,
right.
I just thought that was kind of different, but I didn't think I was that different. But, until I got older. And doesn't everybody do this?
Right.
And then,
it's kind of overwhelming. It comes on.
What do you see for Kelly, Leslie? Do you see anything for Kelly, like for things getting better for her?
Yeah, I feel, first of all, I just want to kind of go back to the whole accident situation. And you said you had where you probably should have died and that you didn't. Obviously, Spirit was saving you at that time. I feel that you had a guardian angel obviously looking over, protecting you during that time. I think that now I feel like, I don't know, I feel a heaviness, but also a laughter, some anxiety, like you're going through some changes in your life. And
yeah.
And I just feel that, I don't know, are you contemplating, I feel some, between you and Jonathan, potentially some moving going around. I don't know, are you contemplating maybe moving or something like that?
You're the second psychic in a day that's predicted that. Actually,
you're kidding.
Actually, we've had Karen Page. It's like we've had on who predicted that we would take the show on the road. And this is a prediction that's been made. I think that, I think the reason I think the idea of being on the road is that would be the idea of actually meeting Kelly in person. Actually, that's a good question.
Right.
I'd like to ask. When do you see me and Kelly meeting in person? I'd like to know the answer to that.
Okay. I kind of see y'all going somewhere in the middle, maybe a little more west for some reason. I see probably within the next 2 months, perhaps. I mean, I think it'll be sooner versus later.
What?
I feel like.
Oh wow.
I feel like it's going to. I definitely feel it's going to be a lot quicker. I just feel a lot of anxiety, a lot of change, a lot of questions, and I think that you're going to see some amazement soon based on the changes you make. So I think that you need to follow that intuition that you say you have, Kelly. And I know y'all are both very passionate, but I think that as you're wakening up, I think that you're going to find some really neat, interesting things ahead of you.
Oh wow! Thank you. Go ahead.
No, anyway, I see that. I don't know. It seems like you've had some setbacks, like you said, but I think some of even later. And I guess the spirit, basically said, be kind, open, and trusting to what it is that you want to do. So you need to trust in what you want to do and go forward, because you're kind of in a kind of like you want to put your foot in front of the other, but you're kind of hesitant.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels right now to me.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when you say that we're going to meet, is that for the show? Are we going to take the show on the road, or is it just he and I are going to meet as friends?
I think y'all are going to meet and then have that dialogue and see which direction you want to take. But I see that y'all are going to move. I think y'all are going to take it somewhere more west for some reason. I don't know, or at least you're going to have some kind of an event. I think maybe something that's just what it feels like. Before we got on the air, I felt like I could see both. I don't feel like you are going to be in Florida, and I don't feel like you're going to be in Michigan. I feel like you're going to be somewhere more central, kind of as a meeting spot. So it's kind of mixed fun and really talk about what you want to do and maybe test having a show there. And then kind of, I think it'll be good for your business because you're going to be in potentially a bigger city, more metro, maybe like Chicago or maybe even farther west. Maybe you need to go to Denver. I'm kidding. But it's a beautiful place. It's kind of a middle ground. But, no, I mean, I feel like y'all can do great, and I think that can be your next step. And I think it's going to happen sooner versus later. I really think between now and summer for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's not we're going to meet. It's we're going to move together?
No, I mean, I think that you guys are going to test the water. And you're going to meet somewhere central, and then while you're there, you're going to have a show. And I just think that, you know, it's kind of opening the door, putting a foot forward for other things to come your way. So it's just a stepping stone to take you to the next place. So I think that you need to take that next step and to meet somewhere, and I think you'll be surprised. You know, it's like one of those things where, like you said, when you move a step forward, it may not even be in the right direction. You're going to end up where you're supposed to go versus just staying stagnant in one spot. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think it's time that y'all looked to move forward, and I think you're going to be surprised in how quickly this is going to evolve.
Oh,
but I think it's going to take your chemistry to really kind of sit together and talk through your strategy. You know, it's a lot easier in person, I think. You feel each other's enthusiasm. You feed off each other. I think it would be good kind of opening yourself up to that next step.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So do you think that the show will be in front of, like, you know, people in a auditorium or something, or do you think it's going to be more like an online video thing where people can interact?
Yeah, I think where you're going to grow your business, at least to kind of get more viewers, is to try to do something in a big city and have kind of a small venue, but enough, maybe 50 people, and try to get some as big a names as you can, but try to get some visibility that way and do a little bit more publicity. I think that will kind of help give you insight to the next step. I can see it being kind of both, to be honest. I think that getting out in front of others, I think, will help the word spread and also help you to get maybe some bigger names in the future.
Oh.
Like maybe even go into where somebody is actually having maybe a gallery showing or something like that, and maybe you speak to them after the show. You know, I think maybe trying to tie your visit to something like that, I think will be incredible. I think it will really help you put your teeth into your next step.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
I wish I could see what your face looks like, Kelly. I don't know if you're excited or you're nervous. I mean, what are you looking like right now, Kelly?
Perplexed.
I feel like you're dragging your feet.
Yeah, I'm like perplexed, but yeah, I'm trying to think it out and work it out in my head how this can work. And I mean, it's a good thing, and I'm open to change. And another one of the things that happened recently in the last 3 or 4 weeks was my ex-fiance broke up with me. So, like, there's these huge life-changing events, you know, and now it's the process of getting rid of the old energy in the house, putting his stuff and his daughter's aside to give to him later. There's the finally decluttering my home that, you know, because I was a borderline hoarder, you know, so it's like, you know, it's finally getting it the way that I want it. Yay, you know, because I don't have to concentrate on 2 other people and all that. And, I mean, it was a horrific thing to go through, but, I decided I wasn't going to lay down and die. I was going to try to, make the most of the situation and work on myself. I tended to put everybody else first. So,
right.
Now.
Yeah, I saw that you were kind of just into the relationship. I felt that, and I also felt, that it's like you kind of slow down to move forward. And, and that's kind of how it feels. It feels like, that, been worried about things and, things are going to be okay. And, things always happen for a reason, but I think that this is going to be a good step for you. I think that just take it, try not to worry and take it in steps. And since you've kind of opened up yourself to spirit and to this path, I think that, meditation obviously is important. Staying centered with yourself is critical. I know when I don't spend that time, that really messes up my day. So I think it's important that we all remember to stay centered as best we can.
Kelly, is it okay with you if we take a call?
One question.
Okay.
Do you, right now, I am too busy to really think about a relationship. I'm, not wanting to surrender that time that I need for my own development. Do you see it, in the future that I'll find somebody, or maybe the person that I was with might meet me in the middle and we might be okay after they do some growth too?
I feel like, what I see and what I saw before the show is I feel like, you really need to take time for yourself, so you don't need to be in a relationship for a little while. And you need to focus on you and simplifying your life. And once you are more grounded with yourself, I think you're going to spend more time with your career. And I see things getting more rapid within the, 2 years. I can see you being in a happy relationship. But I think that you're going to evolve to that, where you're going to spend a little time kind of getting your house in order. I think spending time with the radio show and checking in with that and seeing if that's where you want to be. And then kind of looking at what it is that's going to make you happy. And then once you get to that point, I don't see that you're going to end up in that you were with. I think you're going to find, as you change and you grow, I think we bring new energy to ourselves. And I think that sometimes letting go of something that's not working, it frees us up to bring things that are meant to be. But, I think that you need to kind of focus in on you for a little while.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready for the call?
Well, that kind of opened up the other door. Am I going to be able to do spiritual stuff? Sorry, the last question, I swear. Am I going to be able to do spiritual stuff as my job at some point instead of having to work another job as my job?
Yes, totally. I think that if you continue on the path that you are and quit, I sense that you're busy, and if you could kind of work on slowing down and in your head and being more centered. And I think that, you're going to move in that direction. I think this is going to be a good door opener for your healing and will help you have a good vehicle to help build yourself as well. So I think that you need to keep working on that as well. And then you can balance the two together.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Now I'm done with my questions.
Okay. I'm sorry, Kelly. It's just that we have about 11 people waiting. So
okay. Yeah.
860 area code. You're on the air. You waited the longest. 860 area code.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Who's on the line?
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I am actually. I feel I've let go of a lot. I've done a lot of healing, and it's never ending, and I know that. But I really feel like I'm at a good place, and I'm wondering if you see me in a relationship. Yeah, I really feel good about myself. It's like I'm like the shining star. I really feel inside out. I do, and I have nothing
That's
to prove.
awesome.
I just know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that your anxiety about that and that you're ready to meet somebody. I can feel your anxiety. But, I think that you will meet somebody. I think that I see 4 months that, I see somebody solid coming into your life within 4 months.
Okay.
That I think will be somebody that you're meant to be with.
Yeah. Have I met him yet? Is it somebody that, like, is there somebody that we just have this, I mean, I think it's just definitely just friends because he's long distance. But,
go ahead.
Do you think it could be him? Because there's definitely something, there's something going on.
I feel a lot of, I feel that could be the case. I mean, I feel a big bond there, and that it could evolve into that. I definitely feel that way. I do feel that it is something that there's some anxiety about and questions about, but I do think that would there's a lot of potential love there and respect.
Yes, I could feel that.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that as well. So I think that could very well be the case. Because I do feel like it's already anchored, if that makes sense.
Wait,
like
Leslie, what did you just say? I'm sorry, can you just
I feel like
repeat
it's
that?
something that's, no problem. Something that's anchored within you already.
Yes.
That's the best way I can put it, but that's how I feel.
Yes. Cool. Very nice. I mean, it's like I don't want to rush anything anyway. Just take my time.
It doesn't feel like you will. You've got a good, solid path ahead, which is great. That's the best kind.
Yes.
All right.
Take it slow and easy.
Did she answer your question?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is area code 480. 480, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering,
Hi.
do you see me getting a job soon?
I feel like that it could be 6 weeks to 2 months that you'll get a job that you really like.
Okay. Did I already apply for it or keep on?
I think you need to keep on.
Keep on.
And really look at what it is that makes you happy. Sometimes when we get feeling anxious, we just start applying for anything. So I think that you need to kind of look to see what you're passionate about and really kind of take the time to focus on that.
Right.
And I think that then you're going to find where you're meant to be in the next job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, will I be all right in between here and there?
Yeah, you'll be all right. Of course you will. You just need to have faith and just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you'll be surprised at what blessings will come your way.
Right. Okay, do you see what kind of job it is? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, thank you so much. You have a great day.
You're welcome. You too.
Thank you. Okay. All right, the next one, area code 231.
Hi, my name is Tia, and I'm wondering if there is any messages coming through from Spirit for me.
Okay. I feel a female energy. Did you lose your mother?
No.
You haven't lost your mother.
No.
I feel some anxiety, and it seems like it's coming from a female spirit. Was there anyone in your path has died that is a female spirit? Female?
I had an aunt that recently passed over.
Okay. Yeah, it feels definitely like a female energy. And she feels like she was close to you. I mean, and I feel like she's just telling you to not give up and to keep moving forward. That she believes in you and knows that things are going to move in a better direction for you. I feel some. Did she have some kind of issue? I feel something in my chest. Did she die something related to her chest?
No, it was cancer, but it wasn't in her chest.
Did it come from her intestines and move up? Do you know? I feel kind of
I'm not sure.
You don't know? Okay. Well, it just feels like she kind of had a progression. But anyway, I feel that, but what she's basically telling me is that she loves you and she just wants you to believe in yourself and that she is with your family.
Okay.
And that she's at peace.
Good. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, the next one is area code 412. 412, were you there?
Hello. Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
We call people up by area code. That's how we know. 412.
I know. Which is maybe not always accurate if you've moved around, but yeah.
Well, my question is tonight, did you see anything coming up like a relationship for me? My name's Keisha.
I do. Hi, Keisha.
Hi.
I do feel a relationship. I feel like and that you're going to meet them very soon if you haven't already met them.
I think I already met them.
Yeah, I feel like I feel a very strong feeling that you've already met them and that they're already in your life right now.
Okay.
And
well,
I feel
that's a good
it
thing.
Feels good. It feels good. It's battering anxiety or questions about it. But I think that, I would just take it a little slow. But I think that it sounds like to me that it's a good relationship potential for you.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of all the questions I had tonight.
All right,
Well,
Keisha,
thank you, baby.
Okay. Well, thank
Now, area code 347 is next.
Hi.
347, you're on the air.
Hi. Thank you so much for taking my call. This is Tanika.
Hi, Tamika.
Hi. And can I please have like a love and career reading? Where I work now, I was involved with someone. We got involved all through the winter at my job. His name is Frank. And I had thought after a while he was just using me, like it didn't seem like he cared, like he just wanted like a booty call, so to say. So I ended it. But I try to be cordial, and now it's like it seems I don't know how to read him. He keeps coming around to talk to the girl that I work next to. I'm a receptionist. He comes to talk a lot to the other receptionist next to me, and he knows when we were seeing each other. I felt like she flirted with him a lot, and so I don't know if they're involved now, basically, or he's trying to get my attention. I don't know what it is, but it's gotten to the point I've gotten uncomfortable. I went to a job interview yesterday, and I'm wondering, like, what you guys see, pick up with him, and if you pick up me leaving soon, again, offered another job, and if I should take it or not. Like, I guess, loving the situation with him and me and then work. Because
Right.
that's what's going on with me.
That's a lot of stuff. I think that if I think that I can see you taking a different role. I think you got to trust your intuition. I feel that really just focus it inside. I mean, I think you have an opportunity for some spiritual growth, and I think just kind of centering it more on listening to your gut and trusting in yourself. It seems like you're questioning that, and I think that, you need to grab onto that and trust that, and that's going to lead you to where you're supposed to be. It sounds like to me that's definitely what needs to take place. So I think I would move on.
Yeah, because go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just feel that that you're going to be in a lot better spot, and that you're just not in a real comfortable spot right now, and I think it's holding you back.
Yeah, and I have feelings for him, so that also is there, and I don't understand his motive, what his behavior is right now.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
what
you need to
doing.
trust yourself. I mean, if you're having doubt, and then I think you've got to trust yourself, and I think that's the biggest thing I'm feeling is that you're not. It's hard to sometimes do what you know is probably right because you want something to work so bad. But, if you're looking, you have to look at the signs. If you're looking to move and go to some other company because of the situation, then that should tell you something besides already what you feel inside, And I think that, when you get away from a situation, if it's meant to be, then I think when you kind of distance yourself, you're going to see clearer. And you'll move past that, and you'll be in a happier place. I think that's holding you back.
Okay. Does that answer your questions, ma'am?
Yeah. Do you see me getting offered the job? Like them offering?
I do see you getting another job very quickly, and I think you should really look at it. And I think that it would be better for you. So that you can kind of have a fresh start.
Thinking or feeling is? Like what's going on with him?
I think he likes a lot of attention. And I think he's torn. I think it's kind of like you want what you can't have. And then, it's kind of like you go back and forth. It feels like it. And I think that, if you stop and really think about it, is that what you really want? You've got to decide that for yourself. If you're wondering where he's at and y'all have been together and you're looking to move jobs, and you kind of have to really trust in you what's driving that behavior. And
I trust. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What were you going to do?
I just feel like he's having a lot of anxiety about, he's having fun, having attention. He's kind of a flirt, feels like.
Yeah.
And that he's just having fun. That's kind of how I feel. I don't think he's to a point where he's ready to really settle down. Seems like he's kind of the type, perhaps, at least at this point, and it could change, where he's kind of looking over his shoulder kind, always liking to get attention. But I don't know that he would give you his undivided attention and be maybe where you need him to be right now.
Yeah.
I think he has some maturing to do.
I think so, and I'm surprised that he even wants to, that he keeps coming up there. Like, I thought he wouldn't want to be around me. Like, I'm like, why does he keep, is he coming up here for a reason? Is he coming up here because he's seeing this girl now and wants me to notice? Like, what is his motive? Like.
It feels like he just is trying to, like he's getting attention, and he's trying to, he's kind of playing it from both, want to lose you, but he doesn't necessarily want to commit to you.
He doesn't even say hi. I say hi to him. He doesn't even talk to me. Like,
well, I think I don't know. It feels like maybe it's, I don't know, like he's not sure how to act, but at the same point he's playing a game in a weird way.
Okay. Does that answer all your questions, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Keisha.
Thanks, ma'am.
Or Tamika, sorry.
Okay. Next one, 678 area code, Georgia. 678, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
How are you? Had a career question. I interviewed on March 29th, and I'm waiting to see if I will be selected to be hired. So do you see anything around that?
I'm not feeling that you're going to get this job. But I think that there'll be another one soon.
Okay. Do you see anything around why I went? Because I thought it went well.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like it could be one of those things where there's an internal hire, perhaps. Is that possible?
Possible, but highly unlikely because usually they don't go outside to interview until they see if any internals are qualified and or apply for the position.
Right. Well, it feels like that that could be the case. I mean, I feel like, you should know something within the next 2 weeks. I do feel that.
Okay.
But I'm not feeling a solid yes. It's more of a maybe. I just feel like there's something that's nothing related to you, but more or less based on their hiring process.
So is it a
delaying
maybe
it.
or a no?
I really don't feel that it's a yes. I really feel like it's a no, if I'm honest. That's how I'm feeling. I don't get a yes. I feel like there's someone else that is in the picture. I don't know that is probably going to get that particular job.
Okay.
Do you see anything else that would come very soon?
2 weeks comes to mind. I feel like there's something else that's going to come your way. So I think it'll be soon that you'll get a better offer. Like it's the number 2.
Have I already applied, or it's something new that I haven't even applied yet?
I feel like it's something you've applied for.
Okay.
All right. Is that okay, ma'am?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, thank you.
That's fine?
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay. Next one, area code 917.
Where's 917?
Hello. You're 917.
Yeah, where is 917? Sounds like, is it California? Where?
Oh, no, it's New York.
Hi, it's New York.
Okay, thank you. How can I help you? What's your name?
My name is Lauren. There's a lot going on. I guess if you can look in regards to health and healing, that would be the best direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am?
I feel, I'm just was feeling her. I feel that a lot of heaviness and a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear. And I don't specifically see what is going on with you. I just feel like there's something that feels pretty serious. And that, but I don't, and it doesn't feel like it's something that it's going to take. Just give me a minute, please.
Oh, no problem.
I think it's. I mean, from what all I can get from right now is that I see medical procedures, and that this is something that is going to take some faith and some time to work through. But I don't. It feels more like it's weighing you down, and that it's, it's a hard. Obviously, it's something that's not a great situation right now. But I think that, and I see you're tired, and your energy level is not very strong right now. Yeah. I think you need to have faith, and I think it's going to be up to you and your faith and your and just your energy. Keeping a good attitude about things, and look at the glass is full versus empty. And I think that if you can have the right attitude and the right energy behind you, that I think that will help you down the path ahead, and that it could turn out into a good way. But I think if you have a defeatist attitude, then that's not what you need. You know what I mean? You really need to.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
No, exactly. So just have faith and surround yourself with good energy, and just follow what they're telling you. And I feel that will guide you forward. But it's going to be, you have some hard things that are going to wear you down, and you're just going to have to keep putting one foot in front of the other until you get through it.
Ma'am, are you okay? You sound really stressed.
Yeah, you don't sound well at all.
Yeah. Well, I just got an MRI results today that I have a herniated disc. I have no friends or family to help, and I had an abusive ex-boyfriend who is trying to evict me from my apartment in a few days. So I've reached out to everyone I know, and I'm getting horrible energy. I'm trying to ask for, prayers and good vibes. So the more that you can send out, the better.
On a future show, maybe we could get you in on a chakra day. What do you think, Kelly?
I think, sorry, my voice. I think that would be a good idea. And so are you feeling unsafe where you're at right now?
A bit, yes. A stranger came to my door the other day, and then there was an incident with the police, and it was a very, very scary time. And I just got this notice, but I don't know if they're going to try to do anything before the notice, etc. So do you see just any thing I can do to increase my protection, psychic protection during this time?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just feel that you need to get out of there because it's really pulling you down. I mean, I know that's easy said than done, but I think that definitely.
So I was just going to say something, ma'am. I'm not going to say it on the air, but would you object if I wrote down your number and contacted you off the show, maybe about getting you in on a chakra day?
That would be great. I'd really appreciate that.
Okay, let me here. Okay.
The first thing was, I was wondering, can you get a personal protection order against the ex?
You should be able to if you're in fear of, if there's anything that's happened evidence-based. Usually.
Yeah, there are many elements to that. There always sort of is. In most cases, it's just it's a process that I haven't begun yet, that I'd like to begin, and that I know I need to, and so that's just that for now. Yeah.
Well, if anything, you could maybe talk to the police.
Okay.
Say that one more time.
Your name is Lauren?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. I have your number. I'll text you after the show.
I think that you need to maybe contact the police, and maybe they could at least kind of be watching the area. I mean, at a minimum, until you get things in order. It's not a bad idea just to give them a heads up if it's possible. It's just something to think about. I don't feel
okay, if you're feeling that.
Yeah, I don't feel like you're going to get hurt, but I just feel your fear, and that's just as bad as anything. You know, when you're feeling you're living your life in fear, it takes over.
Yeah. Well, I did call them yesterday. I did get a number of an officer that seemed trustworthy. It's just a process, and I sort of figured out how the process works, and it's kind of a scary thing to go through alone. So it's going to be just step by step doing that. You know?
Right.
Well, you're not alone anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's going to be okay. I know it's easy to say, but.
If you can give her my number, because I've gone through something like that before. And
I'll text you Kelly's number right now, okay?
Okay.
I don't want you to feel like you're by yourself, Lauren.
Okay.
In fact, I'm in the process of writing a book about that kind of thing, and I'm partnering up with someone who has a lot of resources. So, it would be good, to have the three of us talk, I think.
It would be wonderful, yes. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Let me...
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want you to be alone.
Okay. I'm texting you right now. Then you let me know if you get this.
Okay. Oh, yep.
Okay. Did you just get it?
Thank you. Yes, I did. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. Okay, now
you're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's you okay right now, or?
I don't know. I'm just hanging in there for the moment. At the moment, kind of.
My number is public, but so let me see here. Okay.
And Johnny's a great support. He's helped me through a lot.
226. No, sorry.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a good connection because as I called you, and my ear started ringing really loudly. So
that's a good sign.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just felt my leg shake, but you don't have to believe me. It's fine.
Wow.
I don't believe
me. So I'm just kind of saying that.
We have covered abuse on the show quite a bit.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, psychics are not immune from this. We've had psychics on who have been raped. We've had psychics on who have been abused. We've had, trust me, it's not something that's just having paranormal ESP doesn't make you immune from this.
No,
so,
that's correct.
I mean, I don't want to get into Leslie's personal life, but what I'm telling you is that
I've had similar things in my earlier days, for sure.
It's just it has to do with the fact that we don't, it's. And I think the hard part is that I want to make sure we get to everybody. I want to make sure I help everyone. But there was something in your voice when you called in, Lauren. Something in your voice, sort of like, I'm really, really scared. Did you detect that, Kelly?
Oh, absolutely.
It was it was sort of like you were. This is really, really, really scary. It wasn't just, a fun phone call. It sounded like you were really, truly scared. And we just wanted to take the time to fix that. I mean, I just now texted you Kelly's phone number.
Thank you for doing that, dear.
And you're not alone. Did you get the text, by the way?
Yes. I'm really.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. 1 second. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's and my name is Jonathan, and you have that in the text, so you'll know who I am. You can call me morning or night. It doesn't matter, and I'll do what I can. I'm not
and
going to
same
do
here.
everything, but you know, you're not alone anymore, Lauren. Okay, you're not alone.
And we're gonna change up
family
that
here.
energy to you. Yeah, you got the positivity behind you.
Well, that's
You've got a whole
absolutely correct.
support system. Yeah.
You're going to be okay. I feel it. You're just kind of in a rough patch. But don't lose your faith. But we got to get you out of fear. That's definitely something we've got to work on to try to get you safe, where you feel safe.
Lauren, you there?
Yes.
Oh, I was just having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, can you hear me okay?
We can now. Yes.
Okay. I was just, thank you so much. This is amazing. I'm so grateful. I can't really express that right now, how much
Just so
this
you
means
know,
to me, but I'm...
Just so you know about the abuse, we had a lady, the lady that Kelly is talking about, that she's writing the book with about the abuse. She has resources, and Kelly will back me up on this, that a lot of people are not told. Am I right about that, Kelly?
Yeah, like,
and,
I was blown away.
And so we're going to make sure, me and Kelly, we're going to make sure that those resources are available to you, okay? So you make sure, Kelly, do everything in your power to make sure that she meets the okay? That's her name.
Yeah.
It's heaven backwards, but the same, we had her on, and you okay, Lauren?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm excited to speak with her as well.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Hang
good.
in there.
I know it's
You're going to be okay. Hang in.
Let me
Thank you, guys.
do something real quick here. I'm going to go ahead, Kelly, and text the V that we need her help.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. I'll say Kelly needs your help. We had an abused woman calling in.
I guess
Show
I
so
should
much
share
love.
with you.
What?
I guess I should share with you guys that if this isn't a sign from God, I don't know what is, but it was a locksmith van, and it was on International Women's Day when I was hit, and that's how I got this herniated disc and stuff, and that's like separate from even all the abuse. So that happened after that, and they were, So it's really difficult. It's just, I know that there's spirit around. I don't know what exactly it is, entity-wise.
Well, one way that I've found that helps with getting rid of negative energy is I leave a glass of water by my bed at night, and they've done a lot of studies on water. There's something on YouTube that a famous Japanese scientist had written a word, whether, he had one where it had a positive connotation and he had one that had a negative one, and then he froze the water, and the water that was in the word with, the negative connotation had these really weird crystals that formed very irregularly, but the ones that were in the positive word, made the most beautiful, like snowflake-type crystals. Well, if you put that glass of water, any kind of tap water next to your bed, that'll absorb any negativity around you, and then make sure you don't drink it, that you just pour it down the sink or throw it outside, the water.
Yeah, I know about those experiments, the rice experiment and the water experiment. yeah, they're really important. And it's important to charge everything with all of the good energy that you can, even in these times. So
yeah, I've had that water help me a lot.
Yes. I should actually, you know what, I have a cat's water. Now I'm realizing maybe that's absorbing energy, that I should be cleansing it somehow, maybe with crystals or something, just because of the kind of abundance of negative energy around. It's giving me a lot of ideas. So.
Are you taking time to, meditate and be still? I mean, I know it's hard when you're in fear, for sure. I believe me, I understand that. But have you tried to center yourself, to meditate and talk to your spirit guides if possible?
I try, yes. And
guys, just so you know, there is a possibility we may be able to get Neve on the phone. I'm talking to her right now.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so let's see.
Awesome.
Is that okay with you? Would it be okay with everybody if I got Neve on the phone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see here.
I used to do adult coloring as my meditation sometimes, and it takes my mind off things.
Yeah.
And it helps me focus.
Yeah, I need to do more of that, actually. Definitely. Just distractions to kind of get into it. I've been doing mantras a bit. I'm trying new ways to meditate.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
Okay, I'm going to try calling her right now. 1 second here.
Okay. This has really turned into an important show. I mean, It doesn't feel like a show anymore. This is like we're doing an intervention. This is like amazing.
Okay, Kelly, Neve, you're there?
Hi.
I'm here. Hi.
Okay, Neve, why don't you, I want you to meet Lauren. Lauren, this is Neve. She's been telling us some things, and we wanted to make sure that you have the resources that you could offer her.
Lauren?
Hi. Hi, it's so good to talk to you. Thank you so much for calling today. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah, for sure. I'm just stepping into this talk show right now, so if you could just catch me up to speed and give me a couple of bullet points. And first, I just want to tell you, you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's just a situation where I was going through abuse. It was emotional. It turned physical. It got to the point it was so dangerous that my life was at risk. And they left, came back and left a few times. Now there's so much going on, but essentially I was just in an accident on top of all of this, and they're trying to also kind of throw me out of the apartment. I believe they timed it exactly on my birthday on purpose. They've done other things like this in the past. The family's involved. There's a lot going on.
So lots of covert psychological abuse.
Yes, along with just physical abuse that was never acknowledged. I was also blamed for. So
okay,
it was a process to get out of it.
Do you have any resource in your community right now at this point?
Not really. No.
Okay. What state are you in?
No.
Lauren?
I'm in New York.
New York State. Okay. Okay. Do you know about domesticshelters.org?
Yeah. Only I have a cat, and I also I have a history of. I've never really had a home. This is like kind of a theme, and so if I go into a shelter, I just feel like I'm letting the abuser win, because part of his abuse was that I grew up in foster care and had instability and stuff like that, and he would sort of bully me for that and say he would my cat and I would be separated if it weren't for him and things like that. and I was never trying to be dependent on him. And then after many health things that came up and all sorts of other stuff, it became that way. And now I'm trying to
protective order?
regain my life. I don't have a protective order because I just I'm not ready to necessarily go through the entire process yet. One, because he's down the street from me, and also because I don't really have anyone around me right now.
Okay.
But I do want to do that, and I have spoken to the police about doing that, but it's just a long process that I feel like, especially if their family has means and money, and I don't, there could be a lot of issues.
Are there children involved in a custody dispute or anything?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Are there any children involved in a custody dispute or anything like that?
No, it's just my cat.
So a couple of things that you can do. Number one, the first thing that I'm going to suggest that's really highly important is that you're documenting everything with dates and approximate times of the incidents that are happening. And it doesn't matter. It can be anything from a text to a phone call to a run-in to these things that are happening that, are coinciding, with your birthday and, just things to run you down, the covert psychological abuse, the shock, confusing. I mean, that stuff's all very confusing. It's more secretive and undetectable, and that's the manner and the cause in which toxic people do things like that. And so I'm going to suggest really clear and proper documentation. And the second thing I'm going to suggest is that you get a safety plan in order for yourself, and you need to have something written on paper, because when you get yourself into a situation and you're in a hands-on situation with domestic violence, oftentimes you don't think, in that moment, you're just in fight or flight mode. So if you could make a safety plan, and I want you to get a bag, a different cell phone, even if the cell phone doesn't have service to it, it still can and will call 911. Keep it fully charged. Put it in a bag with any passports, documents, or at least a copy of your driver's license. Wallets are things that abusers steal. Any vet records for your animal use that you're really concerned about your cat. So your vet records, changes of clothes, put them somewhere where he's not going to know where this bag is, the trunk of your car, an extra set of keys to your vehicle that and only you know where that's at. You need to let someone know that's close to you that you're going through this. You need to let someone know. And if you go to domesticshelters.org, there's not just information on shelters, and there's information on advocacy there, and places you can go and talk to, and they can help you to create some of this stuff if it's a lot of stress, such as the safety plan. They can help you get documentation ready for a protective order, and you don't even have to turn it in until, hey, I'm ready. And then at least you've got it there, and in a moment of stress, you can just turn it into the county clerk, have it served by the sheriff, and you'll be on your way. So those are some suggestions I have for you.
I really appreciate that, and there's so much I want to say, but one of the last things you just said, which is you have to tell someone around you what's going on. The thing that I did tell people, and this one person, a neighbor that saw the abuse, the last time I saw her, she said to contact her if I was going to press charges, and so I tried contacting her, and all of a sudden there was a strange man at my door telling me that I was harassing her. And I asked who he was. He was like an older man. I didn't understand who this was. I thought maybe it was her family member or something. He was accusing me of harassment for having trying to contact her through email to ask for sort of just any testimony to help me Yeah, this guy. So I don't really know what this means. The police showed up after that, and I got this woman's phone number, and I talked to the domestic violence officer, but it was really, really scary because this neighbor said that they would be a support for me, and then they basically just kind of called the cops on me.
Okay, so that's not someone that you want to deal with. Is there anyone close by that you can trust?
Not anymore, no. I thought that I could trust
Okay, and you have
person.
no family around?
No, I'm trying to get back in touch with biological brothers that were separated from me in foster care, but it's very difficult, and now that I'm in a car accident and I'm this helpless person, my mom also committed suicide. It's a sensitive thing for them, so I feel bad even contacting them, and we didn't grow up together either,
So something else you may want to go to domesticshelters.org and click on your local domestic violence organization and call the community resource specialist in that area of New York and find out if there are any shelters that will take you with your animal, and if not, are there any places that have resource for somebody to foster your cat for a while so you can get yourself into a safe situation, because ultimately what you're looking at with this type of, psychological turn physical abuse is it's progressing. That's why it started out as psychological abuse and progressed to physical abuse. You're looking at things escalating possibly and getting worse later. That's why the documentation is important. Okay, and that's why getting resource from a community resource specialist and making it to where that you know that there is some place that you could have your cat for a while if you need to get out, because ultimately your life is the most important thing. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah,
I know
I
a protective
understand that.
order.
It feels like I'm letting him win if I'm doing that, because he would threaten that all of the time. And he would say that if I told on him, etc., that I would have my cat and I would be like put in a homeless shelter, and he knows I have no family, and it's very hard to get out of those kind of situations when you don't really have a lot to build from and you've just been in a car accident. And so I just feel like if I give my cat up to a shelter or something, that's letting him win, that's letting the abuser win, that's letting him,
And I talk about letting the abuser win,
take control, and I don't want to live in his control. So, sorry.
Right. If you're safe, that's the number one thing. So if you feel you're safe, by all means, your location, and you're not having to worry, but it sounds to me like you're skeptical of that, and nothing is worth more than the safety of your human life. You can't bring that back, and so you really need to think clearly about that. And I know that you sound like a very strong person, which just tells me that you have all the resource inside of you to be able to get through this emotionally, and that's fantastic. I give you kudos for that, and I'm proud of you for being able to be such a strong person. Just remember that you have one life to live, and so if things get to a point where you're worried about letting him win over your safety, you got to put yourself first. And we're talking about a temporary situation for your cat, not something permanent. A temporary situation, or maybe going on vacation to visit somebody, a friend, a family, somebody out of state. Take your cat. Go somewhere and get away for a little while and let this thing calm down for a while. Being safe is number one now.
Yeah, you can replace everything else but yourself.
That's right.
Get out of there.
Kelly, is that you?
Feel that, this is Leslie. And I feel like you're going to be okay if you get out of there, but you definitely need to get out of there from what I was saying in the beginning. But I do feel like you're going to be okay. You just got to get out of this state because you can't think clearly. You're hurt, and you're in the middle of the chaos. You've got to get out of that so you can see clearly. And you will get back everything. You're not going to lose. I mean, I know what you said, but just remember that everything is replaceable, even though it doesn't seem like it right now. Just save your cat and yourself. And let the rest work itself out. Because look, I'm just seeing on this show how loving everybody's been. So open yourself up and allow people to help you.
Okay. Yes.
And in the end, it doesn't matter if he thinks he won. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say this in a nice way, but who gives a shit what he thinks at this point?
Right. What other people think is none of our business. It's not what's most important. Safety is still number one.
And if you get away and you're safe, then you've won.
That's right.
Exactly.
You can't be the abuser.
That's right. The abuser is
Does
never
that make
gonna
sense,
win.
Warren?
Yeah, it does.
You have a lot of people supporting you right here, and every one of us has a telephone number, and Jonathan knows how to get a hold of us. So, my phone personally is on for these type of emergencies 24/7 at this phone number. So if you need resource and you need that number, please feel free to reach out to Jonathan and get that number. And there is help out there. There's always someone listening. There's always someone to take your call.
Okay, I definitely
You
will be in
made
touch.
the first step. You made the first step in calling tonight. So thank you. We all thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's really a lot easier said than done. And people, will try and blame you for not coming out sooner about things. And it's actually a lot harder than anyone can realize unless they've been through it. So
I do understand.
Yeah.
I do understand.
Yeah, I do it too. I do too. But you know what? The best thing that I've always said, and I've said this to people near and dear to my heart, just get out of the situation and leave. Things can be replaced, but you can't. And I mean, they are happier now than they've ever been in their entire lives. This will just be a blip in time. But you've got to get out of it so that you can get to that next great place. Everybody deserves happiness.
Yes.
So please, reach out and try and move forward. I see you getting through this, but you've got to make that step.
Yeah, you're super strong. We can all hear that. You're super strong, and you're going to be just fine, but you've got to take the steps to keep yourself safe and ensure your safety first. And, that would be getting out of the situation, getting a protective order, doing what you have to do. There's other resources around it. If it gets bad enough, there's Secretary of State's address confidentiality program. You can change your name and seal it down to the docket. Been there, done that with all of that. You've got a lot of survivors on board on here that you're talking to, and a lot of other strong females here that are listening to you and giving you resources that have been through this before as well. So believe us when we say we do understand, we are supportive, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, because we believe in this passionately, because we have been there before. You're not alone.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I feel very alone, so I really appreciate that.
Do you feel any better, Lauren, after everything that's been said to you? Do you feel better, Lauren?
I feel a lot better, and just I really can't express to you how much this means to me. But it has been a life-changing moment, and I really appreciate everything that you've done. And
Stay strong.
I'm looking forward to staying connected. So.
I'm going to make sure. Lauren. I'm going to make sure. Neve, do you have your permission to give your phone number to Neve?
Absolutely. You send her my number, and when she feels like it's safe to contact me, she can do that.
I'll make sure that I'll make sure that you have Neve's number. Lauren, do I have your permission to give your number to Neve?
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll Kelly's number, and I'll make sure everybody has their numbers. Okay. I'll just.
Fantastic.
We went longer than an hour, but I guess we had a good reason. But I just wanted you to say that, Lauren, you're not alone. I mean, as soon as you called in, it's not. If you weren't just someone that was having fun, it sounded like you were someone that was really, truly scared. I hope that we ended a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, I think this is a huge step in the right direction. This is going to bring all the energy forth and really solve everything a lot more calmly than before. That's the first thing. And just getting out of that fear mode, just being kind of constantly surrounded by the fear of this situation will be, powerful. So.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I guess if everyone's okay with it, I'm gonna end the show, but I'll make sure everybody has the contact information for everybody else.
Perfect.
Is that okay? And tomorrow we have psychic medium Vanessa Orr, and I will definitely. I'll make sure after I end the show that everybody is able to contact everybody, because I want to make sure that Lauren gets the help she needs. Okay?
Yes, and Lauren, one more thing. You're strong. You're beautiful. You've got this. Fear, your new acronym at the end of this is going to be face everything and rise. It's not going to be fuck everything and run. You're going to be fine. You will get through this. And just reach out, take the steps that you need to take to ensure your safety. That is number one. I cannot emphasize that more. And statistics show why it is so important that you take these steps.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It's scary.
I want you to be safe.
But you're right. Yeah.
But be
And
strong.
you're worth it.
You got
Be
this.
strong.
You okay? You got this.
Okay.
You can do it, and you're going to be okay. I see it. If you can just get out of this situation so you can see and get well. I mean, obviously you can't get well when you're feeling so much anxiety.
It's true.
But it's temporary. It's temporary.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you can call me, Lauren, because I want you to be in contact with me, and this is Kelly.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the show, but right after we end the show, I'm going to go contact Lauren and get her on the phone.
Okay.
And then I'll make sure that she has the contact information of everybody, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Well, thanks, everybody, for coming on. That was a wonderful show.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you. Thank you